Well, welcome to this midweek moment as we gather as the people called Bethel and friends. Today I have with me our Chair of Trustees, Ed Roper. Ed has been busy along with the trustees who make up his team since April the 28th, when we first realized that the air conditioning in the sanctuary wasn't working. So, first of all, Ed, thank you for all that you and your team are doing to keep this project moving forward. So, tell us where we are right now, what's going on with our equipment and the process.
Well, the good thing is we're able to upsize. We're going to have a bigger unit, which should help us with cooling better. Unfortunately, any unit, you just don't go to Home Depot and Lowe's and buy a unit this big, so it's had to be factory made, and the pandemic impacted some of the construction on that. But we're online to have our unit here and ready, probably as we projected to start with, the middle of September, early middle September. We believe we will have the unit in and operating. It'll take a little time. Once the unit goes in, we have to get the church acclimated, and the organ in reality has to sit into the new cooling situation and it acclimated, and we have to bring in the organ people to tune the organ and to check on it.
Well, I understand that the organ is on the ventilator, but expected to fully recover. If we were to go inside, what would we see?
Well, you'd see a big tent, plastic tinting around the altar and the organ, but we've been maintaining humidity and temperature in that area of the church during this entire time because to prevent any damage to the organ.
Very good. Well, we are grateful for the work of Ed and trustees. I can't tell you how many hours Ed has invested in meeting people up here and following the path and nudging this forward. I don't know what we'd do without Ed.
Well, it's a team effort by all the trustees' involvement in this, and that's what makes our church, is the people that serve on our committees.
Yeah, well, thank you. And it's the people like you who continue to faithfully support the mission and ministry of the church. A project like this does not happen for free. And the ways that we are together preserving and strengthening our sacred space of the sanctuary, that's a thank you that belongs to all of us. So as we conclude here, I would remind you that once the trustees have done their work of getting the install, once the organ has been acclimated and the doctor comes to check it out, the work of the worship committee, the trustees, and the church council will be in conversation about the actual start date for when we'll have on-site worship again. But until that time, the church has left the building. We are God's people wherever we are. We are a family of faith called Bethel, and God is using us in this season as God has used us before. And by God's grace, we'll return here again soon. Take care and God bless. We'll see you on Sunday.